Well, this is gonna be interesting. Hello there, everybody. It's 192 and welcome back to this nightmare. Apparently, the ambassador of Alabast might actually wait. It's fucking Alba. Alba might be the biggest culprit we've got. March 15th, 2:11 a.m. Atrium Neutralis lobby.
I can't believe it, sir. Extraterritoriality.
Yes, and there's nothing we can really do about that. In the end, we didn't have enough authority to bring him to justice. I can't believe that even though we know he's the boss, we can't lay a finger on him. I know. You got an idea, Lang?
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sorry to skip out on you, but I've got some business to take care of.
What? Lang, where are you?
If we can't even give an evil guy like him a slap on the wrist, then what the heck were laws created for? What good are they? If the law can't help us, then I'll go as the Aitagarasu and take care of this myself.
Don't you dare! Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry. That was a bit too harsh.
I know how you feel, sir. We're trying to take on an ambassador, after all. And he did tell us earlier to get out of the theater. This is kind of their country, I guess. But I feel like I've been slapped across the face for just doing my job.
What am I going to do? Well, our best guess is to somehow turn Sheena against the boss, but... I'm sorry, Callisto, you... God, it is gonna be weird trying to refer to her as Callisto you or Sheena. It's tough. We just have to find something to potentially get him. Should I retreat for now and formulate a better plan of attack? Oh.
Come on, everyone. We can't give up yet.
Okay.
I want you to think about something for a sec. We've never let up for even a second, and as long as we don't stop investigating, we might find the rotten treasure hidden here.
She's right.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth.
You're right, Kay. Very well. Let us reopen the investigation and see what we can find. Come on, Kay.
Right behind you.
Okay, then I'll go check out Babal a bit more, sir.
You go, Gumshoe.
And I have something that I need to investigate further into Alabast.
It's like, I love this group effort that they are all like fucking pissed off about this, so fuck this. We're all working together on it. I love it. God, I love this so much. God, this made me really fall in love with the Edgeworth group. Now then, before I gather any more information, I should do a bit of housekeeping. Passion Flowers data erased from my organizer. Alright, let's begin. Ambassador Alba seemed agitated over something. I sense that there is something he doesn't want us to investigate. Okay, we got some new logic.
I wonder why.
There are two special circumstances that surround the ambassador. First, the embassy itself has extraterritorial rights. If something happens on Alabastian soil, we are unable to legally prosecute him.
Oh, cool. Sounds like an embassies are the perfect place to steal whatever you want.
And murder Damask II, run a smuggling operation and make counterfeit bills, apparently.
But I thought all the counterfeiting was done by Mr. Cochin and Babal.
Yes, he apparently used the embassy's coupon printing press to do it. And that's been added to the logic. But it's the same story over there anyway. Babal also has extraterritorial rights. Which brings me to my next point, the ambassador's extraterritorial rights. Oh my god, how many times are we gonna bring that up? Is that why there's a comment that keeps bringing up the count of how many times it's brought? Oh, I'm in trouble. Those rights are effective even in our own country.
Really?
No matter what happens, he can never be tried in our courts. He retains some very special rights indeed. Basically, no matter what wrongs he may commit, we can't bring him to trial here.
So I guess we really don't stand a chance, do we?
We might stand a chance if we can somehow nullify either one of his special rights. Okay, how do we go about doing that? Catching him in the act of it? Or... Okay, so we have a picture of the Steel Samurai, Palinno, and the Ambassador. This was taken just before the two ambassadors gave their bouquets to the Steel Samurai. Wait, is it just my imagination? Or is there something in this picture that I've seen before? I won't rest until I've inspected every single looking cranny. You mean this thing? It appears to be a bouquet of Persian cyclamens and roses.
Wow, you even know the exact species? I never would have figured you for an expert on flowers.
It's all because of those flowers that old lady sends me every month. Just look at me. I sound like some sort of botanist.
So, what exactly is this yellow flower here?
That one, I'm not sure.
What? You don't know?
As far as I can recall, I've never seen a flower like this before. But I feel as though I've seen this shape somewhere before. Isn't it the same marking that was on his lapel, his suit in the reflection of the car thingy?
I can't believe he was pretending to be a harmless old grandpa. Talk about deceptive!
I don't suppose anyone expected him to change that drastically.
I bet he's thinking there's something evil behind that cheery smile.
Okay, please try to remain calm and focused on the here and now.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry, I got all worked up there. Well, the only way we're going to be able to steal the truth is if we keep on investigating.
Yeah, got that right. Hi, Larry. There's that troublemaker standing there, smack in the center, making two peace signs.
Wow, the Steel Samurai stands out even more than the two ambassadors in this picture. Oh, hey, the person playing the Steel Samurai is one of your friends, right?
Friend is a very strong word, Kay. No, I have no idea who he is. I have to deny that my fanboyism is being clouded by the horror of Larry Butts.
Wait, but you just said he. You knew which gender he was, so you must know him, right?
I beg that you please refrain from talking about that person with me ever again. He sounds so traumatized.
Mr. Palinno has a really great smile, don't you think? I bet he was really happy that they were going to become Kidopia again.
Perhaps. But instead, he became the greatest victim in today's case. An ambassador like him who is always thinking of his country is really to be admired.
Yeah. Although this happened, I hope they'll be able to reunite the country someday.
I hope so as well. But for that to happen, we need to solve this case first. We need to see to it that those who would harm the new Kidopia are locked away.
And we will!
Okay, I'm gonna deduce this real quick. Let's see. I should have... So how am I going to... Could this piece of evidence be related to this photo somehow?
Huh? Well... Nope, I don't think it's related at all.
Even though I know she's light. Right, she could have at least tried to humor me a little. Okay, so I don't have something. Alright, what kind of lodge do I have again? I think I've only got 2 pieces. Oh, I got 3. Okay, so we got Agitated Alba, the renovations, and Kochin's counterfeiting op. Well, Actually, it feels like the renovations is like one of the most important pieces here. But can I connect them to either... Actually, wait a minute. No, I think I can. Okay, so I think I can combine the renovations and Kochin's counterfeiting on. I think I can. If my logic is correct, I think these do... Yeah, I think they do. Hold on, let's see. I think I may be right. Yes, I was right, okay. We know that the counterfeit bills are printed using the embassy's press. But the necessary materials, such as the Babylays ink and paper, must have been hidden in a secure location. But what do you think would have happened if the renovation had begun? It would have been found.
Well, he probably had to find a better hiding place or get rid of it all.
Ergo the fire. Right. So, we can assume that the renovation was the cause of the plate and bills disposal. And the reason Mr. Kochin was killed as the ringleader of the smuggling operation. Based on what we know, who do you think was the one with the most to gain? Well, it would have to be Kirkus Alba. He would have to be the one that has the most to gain. Pal, I know, it's... At the moment, it really just seems like Pal, I know, is the most innocent out of all of this. Like, he legitimately cares about his country. Manny Kochin is, at this point, just a scapegoat that Kirkus Alba threw under the bus. Therefore, the one who benefits the most is him. It's the one person who has been erasing all evidence of the smuggling operation. From both embassies, the co-conspirator who is mopping up, Ambassador Alba. Ambassador Alba had a very strong motive to kill Manny Kochin. Alba had conveniently placed all of the guilt for the smuggling onto Kochin. Exactly, he threw him under the bus as a scapegoat. Or a fall guy, that's what I was... Yeah, fall guy, that was the phrase I was looking for. Now, I don't think these two connect. I mean, they might connect, actually. Like... No... Yeah, that is it. That's it. Actually, yeah, it would make sense for these to connect. That's his motive for killing him. The cause of Ambassador Alba's agitation, the rotten treasure we may find, and the motive for killing Mr. Kochin. Miss Yu said it herself that she didn't kill anyone tonight. If we were to take her words at face value, then the reason for the ambassador's nervousness can only be one thing. He didn't want us to discover the real circumstances under which Mr. Kochin was killed.
Then you mean Ambassador Alba is the real killer? But I thought the two of them were friends.
No. Ambassador Alba does not possess friends. He has tools. That is probably how he sees people that work under him. And if the tools break or they're no longer usable, he disposes of them. Which, in a way, kind of puts Callisto U in, danger. Maybe they were. But what if Mr. Kochin was the one who first betrayed their friendship?
Oh, I get it! Wasn't Mr. Kochin pushing really hard for Mr. Palino? To be ambassador after the reunification?
Yes. And that was the real reason why he wanted to steal Alabast's Prima Duck statue.
So Mr. Kochin hired Damas II to go steal it for him. But when Ambassador Alba found out what he was up to, he killed Mr. Kochin?
It is definitely a possibility at this point.
Those two really were thinking of no one but themselves. But the question now is, how did he do it? Ambassador Alba was in Alabast, but Mr. Kochin's body was discovered in Babal, right?
Right, and that is what we must solve next. Okay. Alright, let's keep looking around then. Flowers are sent by a variety of people and businesses to celebrate the Goodwill event. Even the Steel Samurai received some flowers from the ambassadors.
There are so many bouquets here, it's like a wedding ceremony.
I believe the flowers are for a slightly different reason.
mean? This event was supposed to be like a wedding between Alabasta and Baval, right?
Actually, I believe they're more in a state of divorce.
Okay, then this event was supposed to be their remarriage ceremony.
I suppose you could call it that. Technically, I guess you could. Okay, so I can't examine that. Can we watch the Steel Samurai?
Wow, I can't examine that. Interesting.
These flowers were sent by Global Studios.
Global Studios?
That's what they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They've been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio's been remodeled.
Oh, I read about that in the papers the other day. That mascot of theirs is also getting a facelift too, right? What's his name?
You mean Mrs. Monkey?
Yeah, I thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory.
Never underestimate my powers of recollection. You're just a fanboy. Just admit it.
Yes? We've come too far to give up. We must expose Ambassador Alba's misdeeds, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, of course.
And we've got to find a way to steal the truth and get it out there. For my father's sake.
Yes, and we will. The reason for Ambassador Alba's nervousness must still be here somewhere. Furthermore, I need to pin down exactly what happened in here. I'll start by thoroughly examining this room for any information I can find.
The bouquet in the commemorative photo we saw earlier was really pretty. But Ambassador Alba looked completely nonchalant in that photo.
Yes, he did. Aha. She must mean this photo that was taken at the theater. If I remember thinking something about the bouquet Ambassador Alba was holding was off.
Looking at him being so unfazed just makes me so mad.
I know. Believe me, I know.
Actually, just seeing him with the Steel Samurai really bakes my biscuits. I'm a Gem and Ninja fan after all, and he should be one too.
Okay, after we solve this, I have something I'd like to talk with you about.
Huh? About what? Are you gonna give me a reward or something?
Oh, you'll see, Kay. You'll see. Okay, so the last thing that we have to look at is with this. So there is something here. Let's see. Oh, hey. Oh, I guess I can't examine that, but I could. Again, this seems like the most important thing to look at here. But if it's not that, then... Wait a minute! Wait a minute!
Wait a minute! Hold on. Isn't that the... Am I imagining things?
Well, it almost looks like this. Kind of. Wait, that has some implications. Does that mean that he... Did he just... Wait a minute, did that... Wait, this has implications... Oh... I just had a brain blast. What if that's the knife? Like, that's how a knife got smuggled in. The handle was disguised as a flower, though. Oh my god, I was right. He smuggled in the knife with the bouquet. Oh! Oh! Ooh, okay. I see. Well, I'll be damned. The ball's national symbol is the butterfly, and Alabasta is the flower. It would appear that someone is employing the old hide a tree in a forest trick.
What are you mumbling to yourself about? Wait, what? The handle on this knife?
Yes, is the handle that was supposed to be on the blade that killed Mr. Cochin. The weapon that killed him was carried through the Theatrum Neutralis, in the very bouquet Ambassador Alba was carrying. I'll be damned. Clever! The flower motif. It looks like one of the flower petals is missing. It is? Oh, I can barely make it out, actually. Yeah, there is a flower petal missing.
Oh, and take a look at the weapon itself. It's missing the exact same petal.
Then the knife in this photo is most definitely the same as this murder weapon. Fascinating. I believe we now understand. Also, I just had a thought. There's like one piece of evidence we've never looked back at. I think this right here is the petal. This right here is the petal that's missing. Just something that I decided to bring up here. Why Ambassador Alba was so nervous and agitated. It must have something to do with where Mr. Cochin was killed. A place where the Alabastian ambassador was likely to meet the Babalese Mr. Cochin. The place where Ambassador Alba happened to have committed the murder is... It would have to be... Wait a minute, that's implied... Wait. Could he have killed him in the freaking Theatrum Neutralis? If he killed him in the Theatrum... Oh, that would actually... Oh, shit. Wait a minute. If he gets killed in the Theatrum Neutralis, does that mean that the extraterritorial rights no longer exist? Because this is not Babal or Alabast. It's neither place. That would explain why he's so agitated, because the place of the murder took place in a place where he can't take advantage of his extraterritorial rights.
Take that!
That's why he's pissed! The only place that makes sense is here, at the Theatrum Neutralis.
What? Here?
The Goodwill event was being held here today, correct? So the only place that the both of them would have been in is here.
But if that's the case, then everything changes. This theater isn't actually Alabastian land. So that wipes out one of those extraterritorial rights he has.
It makes logical sense, in which case it is a reason for us to investigate further.
So what should we check out?
Let's see. I believe we should check out the immigration records for both Alabast and Babal post-haste. Babal's records should be easy to obtain. However, the problem will be Alabast. I wonder if they would allow us to see their record despite the order to vacate.
Objection!
Francisca? With a save?
I'm already one step ahead of you, Miles Edgeworth.
Francisca.
I have here the security footage from both Alabast and Babal. You would do well to take a look at its contents.
And she's showing why she's one of the best girls. Thank you, Francisca. You move fast.
Avon Karma strives to be perfect in every way. It's not in my nature to keep on retreating like this. I took the liberty of looking over the Babal investigation reports as well. From now on, you will make no excuse to back down or say that we can't solve this case.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We won't be beaten. We! Because my cute little subordinate is going to try his very best, isn't he?
Hasn't she patronized me enough already for a lifetime? So, this video contains footage from Alabast's immigration screening area.
I really hope there's something in here that we can use.
Let's look. Excuse me, gotta turn off Steel Samurai here. 5:21 p.m. 5:22 p.m. Okay. 23. Which minute's footage should I examine? 5:22 real quick. can't believe how completely fooled I was by the way he carried himself.
He had me fooled too. According to the files I had sent for earlier, Ambassador Alba was a Cadopian hero. He saved the royal family from danger countless times. So what bothers me is why would a man like that create a smuggling ring?
You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain, clearly.
Even with all the authority I have, I still haven't been able to figure out why.
It sounds like the ambassador was a hero who was corrupted by evil. But no matter what happened in the past, we can't let the man he is now escape justice. Let's keep looking.
This man is the immigration officer who was on duty. He's making the exact same scary face that he was making a minute ago. Wait, is it just me or is he blushing? It appears that he gets flustered around the ambassador. I guess the ambassador is well respected inside Alabast too.
You could say that. The god doesn't appear to be capable of looking at the ambassador. So he's kind of like scared?
Those are posters of this country's tourist spots, though most are of Gatewater land. I wonder if Alabastians in general like theme parks at all. The guard who stopped you has been to Gatewater land a number of times, apparently. Well, I guess they don't have theme parks in Alabast, huh?
Okay, so there's not much else for me to look at. Let's move to the next one. Okay, so let's take a look over here. This seems kind of important. Like, there could probably be something hidden in this cart. Wait, do we have new dialogue with this guy? It appears that he is inspecting the person coming into the country.
Are you kidding? It's more like he's not checking the Steel Samurai. And then they gave me such a hard time.
There are certain risks involved when you give some people preferential treatment. Got that fucking right. Hi, Larry. On the outside, he may look like the Steel Samurai, but on the inside, it's just Larry.
Other than the fact that it's that good for nothing, nothing else seems out of order.
Wait, you know as well as I that if anything can happen if he's involved.
You're not suggesting that someone else could be under that mask, are you?
Oh no, I don't think that. Just before he entered here, he gave me an autograph, so I'm certain it's Larry under there. Okay, what about... Okay, good, it's a separate thing. Doesn't something about this lump's shape strike you as odd? Like somebody's hiding under there or something?
Huh? Isn't it supposed to be this shape?
No, there is clearly something odd about the bulge. If only we had the pushcart itself, we could compare and confirm my hunch. Focusing on the bulge. I almost made a joke. Sorry, Phoenix.
What the hell?
Next, let us check the footage from Babal's security camera.
I hope it shows us something good.
525.
Phooey. Wasn't a single sign of a suspicious person or anything.
That, right there, is the contradiction.
Huh? Did I miss something?
You didn't miss anything, because there was nothing to miss. However, what is missing is the image of Mr. Cochin entering his own country.
But wasn't his body found in Babal?
It would appear that the true face of our final puzzle has finally revealed itself. Oh, the body might have been in the cart. The body might have been in the cart! I just thought about that. Like, that's how the body got transferred, and Larry unknowingly did so. Ooh. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Interesting. Oh, shit. Ambassador Alba!
I thought I'd asked for you and your group to vacate the premises, Mr. Edgeworth.
Actually, I thought I should let you know that this theater sits on my country's soil.
You've had your fun, and I've enjoyed our little game. I dare say that you've even achieved a new high score. However, Once you've recorded a score, that same game can never be replayed again. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Your game is done, and it's game over.
Nah, I'm pretty sure we still have more to do.
No!
Objection!
Where do you think you're going at this time of night?
After admitting to my crime, I was overcome with regret. So I am heading to the airport now to return home.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that. There are still too many issues we need to discuss with you.
You can't stop me, Mr. Edgeworth, and you know it.
Oh! Please, may I have a little bit of your time, Ambassador Alba?
Ambassador Pearl, I know.
Oh my god, even just a teeny tiny bit is fine with me. The already strained relationship between our countries is in a precarious situation, you know.
Very well, if you insist. I will play just one more round with them and see what they want. Not that they'll get any farther.
Ambassador Pal, I know.
Mr. Edgeworth, all I wish for is the normalization of the relationships between our two countries. But there is one person standing in the way of that dream. I believe in you. You'll do what's right.
God damn, thanks, pal. Man, he literally is a pal I know.
Thank you for your vote of confidence.
Now then, what was it you wanted to ask me about? I do have a flight to catch, after all. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to limit you to just one question.
That's more than enough because I only have one question anyway. I want to hear your alibi about how you couldn't have killed Mr. Manny Cochin.
I see. You seem to have a good hand this time around. This should be fun.
This really is the very last chance we have to bring him down. I won't allow even an atom-sized contradiction to slip by. All right, let's tear him up. Ow, that was my neck.
Frankly, I still don't understand why I'm being placed under suspicion here. Under your hypothetical scenario, Mr. Cochin and I were fellow smugglers. But to get to the point, I was an alabas the whole time. So it's simply not possible for me to have killed him in Babol. That is my alibi.
That's... So that is your alibi?
That is correct. It's simply not possible for me to have committed a crime in Babol. Now that we've cleared that up, I'd appreciate it if you would move out of my way.
Hold it! Hold it! I said hold it!
What is it this time? I thought I told you I'd only allow one question.
You did, but you still have yet to really answer my one question.
What?
Until you tell us the truth, I will refuse to budge an inch from where I'm standing.
Very well. I'll play with you just a little longer.
Miles Edgeworth, as my subordinate and representative of this country's prosecutors. You are forbidden to lose!
Of course, that is something I've understood from the start.
That guy's the one who ordered my father killed, isn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
The goal of the first Yatagarasu was the capture of the smuggling ring's leader. My father and Uncle Bad. Their legacy will live on through me. So that's why we've just got to catch him, okay?
We will, I promise. Now, Ambassador Alba, let's have at the truth now, shall we?
No matter how many times you ask, my answer remains the same.
Okay. I think I can safely press him. Because I remember there was, like, one time in, I think it was the second Ace Attorney game. Or wait, was it the first one? I don't know. It was the one involving the Berry Big Circus. And I was in a situation where I could only press somebody once. Or else it would result in game over. I think I should be fine. I got my tea. I'm ready to think. Let's tear him up.
Hold it!
Being the leader of a smuggling ring while taking on the duties of ambassadorship, don't you think that the combination is more than enough reason for suspicion? Then there's the matter of the crossbow arrows and the prima duck statues.
Objection! Objection!
So that's how he sounds. You know what? Fuck it. I think I chose the right voice for this guy.
All of that is nothing more than your flights of fancy.
What do you mean by that?
Hold it!
It's not a hypothesis. Earlier, we proved it to be what happened.
Well, let's leave that one aside for now. Because it doesn't change the fact that I have no motive.
Oh? So you really had no reason to kill Mr. Cochin?
If you want to suppose I had one, then why not? I'll indulge you. After all, this is nothing more than a silly game to me.
Even if that's how you see things, I'd appreciate it if you would take me seriously.
I'm sorry. I suppose you're on a bit of a pickle. Very well. A game is no fun if the playing field isn't level. Therefore, I formally claim that I had no motive to kill. Now let's see you disprove it.
How can he stand there looking proud when he knows he killed another human being? Well, I'm not going to stand by and just watch him get away with his crimes.
In that case, what motive would I have had to kill my co-conspirator?
Ooh, that's new. At least I think it is.
Hold it!
I think I know that's the phrase that I gotta go for. Are you serious that just because you were partners that you had no motive to kill?
I'm only following your hypothetical scenario to its logical conclusion.
Looks like he's not going to admit it himself that he was in leagues with Mr. Cochin.
I suppose not. But I do know his relation to the smuggling ring and to Mr. Cochin.
You mean he's the ringleader and that Mr. Cochin was his subordinate, right?
Correct, but I know more than just that. Miss Von Karma, I'm sure you remember the safe in Mr. Cochin's office, correct?
Yes. The safe had 2 compartments to it, didn't it?
Yes, and why do you think those stolen goods were being stored in Mr. Cochin's office? Could it be because he was trying to cheat Ambassador Alba behind his back?
So Mr. Cochin didn't turn the goods over, but decided instead to keep them for himself? I suppose that's possible.
It seems to me that both men were only concerned with their own wealth and well-being.
Then that means that maybe they didn't have a trusting relationship after all.
What Ambassador Alba had to gain, I believe that is his motive for killing Mr. Cochin.
What are you people whispering about amongst yourselves over there?
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Now then, let's continue with your testimony.
God damn it. Whatever.
Hold it!
And what exactly did you do while you were in Alabast?
I had a meeting with the Steel Samurai, and then I arranged a few files. Around that time, that thief who was sneaking in took me by surprise.
Objection!
Are you saying that it was Damask II that made the first move?
Yes, and it was after I was attacked that I hit him on the head with the prima duck statue. Unfortunately, he died from the blow, but it was an act of justified self-defense.
Objection!
Calling it that doesn't cover up what you really did!
Cover up? No, my boy, I'm not covering up anything. I'm telling the truth.
You weren't planning to admit to it, which is why you tried to frame the Steel Samurai. If you weren't an ambassador, I'd be letting my whip fly loose on you right now!
I'm terribly sorry that I didn't clean up the body better, but I am a busy man. I had a speech to give in the Rose Garden after that, you know.
Objection!
God damn! Yet despite that, you still had time to kill Mr. Kojin, didn't you?
Objection! Man is evil, and I'm sure you're familiar with the facts, but Mr. Kojin was killed in Babal while I was all the way in Alabast. So it's simply not possible for me to kill him in Babal.
Hold it!
You insist that it's not possible for you to have killed Mr. Kojin in Babal. And you are correct.
I thought you would put up a bit more of a fight, but if you must concede to me.
The only thing I'm conceding is that it's not possible for you to kill him in Babal. I am not conceding that your alibi is the truth.
Oh, I see. However, no matter how you try, know that you can't crush my alibi.
You would be wise not to underestimate a prosecutor of this country.
We'll see about that.
So Mr. Kojin was a friend of Ambassador Alba.
If that's true, then why'd the ambassador kill him? It's not like in the case of my father where he ordered someone to do it. The problem we have here is we don't know what their exact relationship was.
Indeed. If they had complete trust in each other, then there was no motive for murder. However, both men were very selfish, and I believe that is from where his motive arose. Okay. Okay, here we go. The motive. Well, let's see. We still have that note. Let's see, what does it say again? Yep. The location. Specifically where he needed to be. There! You really should have cleaned up the body, buddy. I was gonna say that. If you want to know, I believe that you did have a motive to kill. It was because Mr. Kojin had betrayed you. But you had your own reason too. Namely, you wanted to pin the smuggling all on him. Evil begets evil. And because you were trying to test each other, it turned into this mess.
I don't believe this. You have a bad penchant for telling tall tales, Mr. Prosecutor. And if you're not, then I suppose you have some proof to support your argument.
I never use guesswork in moving my cases forward. It has been proven that this note was written by Mr. Kojin's hand. Shall we take a look at it? The content of the note is a request calling for the theft of Alabast's prima duck statue. By killing him and pushing all of the guilt for the smuggling onto him, you walk away spotless. I believe you understand what I'm driving at. You had more than a few reasons to kill him.
Are you finished with your hypothesizing?
Excuse me?
Let's suppose I did have a motive. Even so, a motive or a thought alone can't kill. Isn't that right?
I didn't expect him to resort to playing the semantics game with me. It appears that this is where the real battle will begin.
Now then, if you will excuse me.
Wait! What?
I told you at the very beginning, didn't I? You only get one question.
Ambassador Alba, if you could please just give us just a little bit more of your time. It doesn't matter what kind of man Manny was, he was my subordinate. Which is why I would like for us to figure out the real cause of his death.
That is something for Ball to figure out, and something to which I have no relation to.
Now he's even turning down a request from Ambassador Palino.
I'm very sorry, but it seems that even now my voice falls on deaf ears.
You helped. There is no need for you to apologize, Ambassador Palino.
I must find some way to stop him from leaving!
It seems that there are no further objections. In that case, please allow me to return home.
Is it Lang?
Hold it right there, Ambassador Alba!
Kay!
Like I said, Mr. Edgeworth, the Yatagarasu's legacy will live on through me.
Yes, but how do you suggest we stop him from leaving?
You just leave that to me. Ambassador Alba, do you recognize this?
No, and why should I recognize that tattered old organizer?
Wait, where have I seen that before?
That is a clue my father, Bern Faraday, left for us.
Did you say Bern Faraday?
Mr. Faraday's organizer. Don't tell me this is the one from the second KG-8 incident.
The one in which he wrote about the Yatagarasu's key!
Yes. This organizer belonged to the prosecutor you had Miss Yu kill 7 years ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You say that like it was related to me.
Inside this organizer, he wrote up every detail of every evil thing you did.
That's an amusing little girl you are, but that sort of trickery won't work on me.
If you won't believe me, then take a look at this.
And what is that toy there?
Oh, is it Little Thief?
That's...
This thievery device was used by the Yatagarasu, or rather, by my father. 7 years ago, he used this when he snuck into this embassy.
What?
These two pieces of evidence that hold information the Yatagarasu dug up on you. If you go home now, I won't hesitate to send it all to Alabast, right behind you!
Little girl, get to the point.
I want you to go up against Mr. Edgeworth one more time. If you win, then I'll hand over these two pieces of evidence.
Yatagarasu, ever the thorn in my side.
Okay, does that organizer really contain any information on his dirty dealings?
It's nothing case-breaking, really.
Ah, then it was just a bluff.
Even if it was, we still can't let all the info my father and Uncle Bad found go to waste.
Friggin' Kay with the save, good job!
Plus, just the existence of Little Thief is troublesome enough for him. Those two pieces, aren't they keepsakes of your father? It's okay. I believe in Mr. Edgeworth. He'll come out on top in the end.
Kay.
When the going gets tough, someone's gotta be there to put the wind back in your sails. After all this time, you're still quite the feisty one. I applaud your powerful nature. I refuse to lose this too. Ambassador Alba! You won't be returning home until you give us further testimony!
How dare you all, barring a person like me.
Ambassador Alba, your testimony, if you please.
All right, but this is the absolute last. Then, even if you use all the power of Ambassador Palino's office, you won't stop me!
I can't let this opportunity Kay has created for me go to waste. This seems extremely